Hi guys. So the next topic we want to analyze is topic number 4. Again, we are analyzing paper 1 part एक एक करके सारे सब topics to see what are the previous year questions that have been asked, what are some of the trends that we had to look into, repetitive themes किससे हमें क्या तैयार करना है. In case you have not watched any of the earlier videos, please do watch that. Again, this is our lecture number 4 and this is about equality. अब इक्वालिटी में these are the topics that are in our syllabus. We read about social equality. Social equality क्या होता है? Equality in the society. We read about political equality, economic equality. तो ये तीन equalities. Then there is a detailed topic about the relationship shared between equality and freedom. और last में affirmative action, which is the basis of reservation policy. So basically, these are the topics that are covered under equality. अब अगेन जस्ट लाइक द अर्लियर वन, जैसे राइट्स वाले में था, यू वुड हैव नोटिस्ड each and every year since 2014 there has been a question. Same is the case with equality. एक भी ऐसा ईयर नहीं है starting from 2014 where we have not had a question on equality. Now see this. 2014 relationship between equality and liberty. फिर relationship or difference between formal and substantive equality. Then distinguish between equality of opportunity, equality of outcome, then affirmative action, then economic equality. और आप ध्यान दो तो every single year there is a question on equality. Now the interesting part is sometimes they are asking about equality and liberty. Equality और liberty भी बहुत बार बार पूछ रहे हैं. आप देखो यहाँ पे equality and liberty 2014. Then again see 2018 economic equality, political liberty. 2019 again liberty, equality. So one type of questions are equality and liberty. Other types of questions are equality and justice. Equality and justice का भी काफी relationship है. यहाँ पे आप देखो 2020 Rawls and Nozick जो justice related topics हैं वो यहाँ पर आ गए हैं. Then again in the last few years अब focus has been a lot on affirmative action as well. 2022 affirmative action, 2024 affirmative action. इससे पहले भी you see यहाँ पे there is a question about affirmative action. ये जो आप देख रहे हो affirmative action, as you know affirmative action means governments around the world have a responsibility कि जो भी there is a group in their society that has been discriminated against in the past, the government must make policies in their favor to bring them at par with others. India में it is mainly in the form of reservation. It can be in any other form, and it's not just in India. Many countries around the world follow this policy of affirmative action. तो affirmative action से भी अब questions regularly आ रहे हैं. So first of all, no single year has been left जहां से question नहीं आए हैं equality पे. Secondly, as I said, the most recurring themes are equality and liberty, types of equality and affirmative action. इससे equality and liberty, equality and justice ये बहुत repeated themes हैं. तो equality and liberty difference क्या है दोनों के बीच में? How is it that both of these are related to each other? Different types of equality पे question आए हैं. If you see again, see there is question on different types of equality. यहाँ पे there is political equality that is being asked. पीछे आप जाओ तो there is for example substantive equality, formal equality, equality of opportunity, economic equality. So there are different types of equalities also that are asked. Social equality पे straightforward question नहीं है. But apart from that, political equality, economic equality, दोनों पे ही question है. So you must understand the difference between the two, understand it thoroughly. How would you define different types of equality? ये सब कुछ important होगा. Now, apart from that, as I said, in the past few years, affirmative action बहुत commonly asked पूछा जा रहा है. In our politics also, reservation पे लेके हमेशा से debate रही है. Ever since the demand for caste-based census has come in, there is a lot of debate about the 50% cap on the caste-based reservation the Supreme Court ने impose किया है. All that is a part of our political debate. So that easily translates into these kind of questions as well. तो affirmative action क्या होता है? Affirmative action के से outcome क्या है? How does the government follow affirmative action? Is it to be followed? Is it not? इसके moral foundations क्या हैं? What is it that the law says about it? Philosophical foundations क्या हैं? All that is important. So have your views about reservation, redistribution of opportunity. How does it align with the idea of equality? Is it fine that some groups are demanding कि भाई reservation ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, कम होनी चाहिए? All that forms a part of this topic. These are the must prepare topics or subtopics. As I said, टाइप्स ऑफ इक्वालिटी एंड इक्वालिटी वर्सेस लिबर्टी, ये दो चीजें हैं जो बार बार पूछ रहे हैं. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एफर्मेटिव एक्शन, these three are probably the things that they're asking you the most frequently in this topic of equality. बाकी चीजें have been asked once and twice, Indian context of equality, Rawls versus Nozick का जो debate है. But again, if I have to pinpoint on a few subtopics which you cannot afford to leave, that will be equality versus liberty, types of equality, affirmative action. All these are extremely important. Answer में, there are certain things that I would suggest you highly. First of all, whenever you're writing about equality, make sure that you're specifying what type of equality are you referring to, because subtopics में there are different types of equality, so you cannot afford to mix them up. Also, talk about different views about equality. Rawls justification क्या है redistribution के पीछे, redistribution of resources which Rawls talks about. भाई वैसे तो सबको बराबर का बंटना चाहिए, but if the redistribution has to happen unequally, it should help those that have been from the deprived section of the society. So, what is the justification that Rawls gives? What is the view of Robert Nozick? What does he say about equality? Affirmative action के बारे में read a lot in detail. As I said, affirmative action is not just important for PSIR, GS2 में भी, not just in governance, polity, social justice. In some में, affirmative action as a policy is extremely important. So have your thoughts about affirmative action, not just in India. How is this policy followed all around the world? बाकी गवर्नमेंट्स एफर्मेटिव एक्शन को इंश्योर करने के लिए क्या करते हैं? What is it that they do? How are they compensating? How are they ensuring dignity of all the groups in the society? All these are important. If you want to practice a few questions which you think would help you prepare for the future exam, these are the questions that you might expect in the future from PSIR. Questions on affirmative action, questions on substantive equality, questions on equality of opportunity. All of these are relevant. Make sure that you try and write these answers as well. This was our lecture for equality and our analysis on how exactly is it that the topics get repeated. Again, my advice is make sure that you are keeping a track of how many questions are asked from which topic. क्योंकि again PSIR theory part में the trend that we have seen is that the questions keep on getting repeated from the theory part. From the IR part, which is dynamic in nature, obviously the questions will be new. They will be more topical, whatever it is in the news. But theory parts, the questions will keep on getting repeated. And that is why if you have time, it is a very, very good advice that you should try and write answers to questions that have already been asked. तो पिछले 10 साल में क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं. If you can write answers to them, prepare an answer bank, written, research properly, it will help you immensely to prepare for future PSIR papers as well. Do join me in the next video. If you're new here, do hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye bye.